hate relationship jokes.
Exactly.
Any joke that's on the surface, it's not deep. Bleh.
Uh-huh, yeah, yeah. It's what we were talking about with Nasya, basically. It's the whole just get something new.
And okay. I will. This is a weird not anti, reverse pet peeve. Yeah, like
Okay.
talk about relationships, but like deeper. Like something like more to it. Like I'll give you an example. Eliza Schlesinger, I was telling a comedian this. She has a bit about relationships, but she's talking about bra and unclasping a bra,
Mm-hmm.
unclasping or unclasping, unclasping, I think. Yeah, and
Mm-hmm.
it's like 5 minutes just about the bra thing, and it's like, and she puts a relationship joke inside of it, and I was like, oh, this is cool.
Mm-hmm.
But if it's on the surface, just like piss off.
Also, you have to take into consideration how long has the comedian been performing, I
Performing.
guess, yeah.
Yeah, but I get it. But here's the thing. Uh, right now, like this is also an interesting topic
Mm-hmm.
that before, yes, because there was like comedy was not that approachable, let's say. Like you couldn't find it all over the internet, blah, blah. Now you can find it all over the internet. Now you have so many people like doing it. You can see what's cliched,
Yeah, yeah,
you know?
but okay, here, I'm gonna give you my version because I've been a victim of this. Sometimes you get an idea and you think, oh, like that's an original idea I thought of, or my angle is deeper than everyone else's. When in reality, it's not the case. But I don't know, man. It's
You know, you know
live
what's
and
so
learn.
funny?
Uh-huh.
But the one thing I remember Louis C.K. He said this, which is funny to talk about Louis C.K. and relationships, but okay, ironic. That he was like the first idea everybody thought of, second idea, whatever percent of people thought, third idea, blah blah. Maybe the third idea is you should go with, and maybe the fourth idea is the original idea.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah. And I always think that everybody can think that.
Mm-hmm.
Like they reach the point, like they reach the first punch, and it's like, okay, that's it for me. This is a good joke. It gets him it gets like this small laugh, and they're like, okay, that's it. It just pisses me off.
Mm-hmm. Also, one thing that Louis C.K. said one time was, can you watch me masturbate?" Uh,
Yeah, but here's the thing. He asked.
he asked. Allegedly. Anyway, man,
Uh,
yeah.
I remember well, this thing I never saw in a Russian metro, or maybe I did. No, I don't think I did.
Asking. Oh.
You know, nobody like masturbated right out of the get-go.
Wait, so you never saw someone masturbate, or you never saw them
Yeah,
ask for consent?
well, both. But the first one is because I always hear in New York metro, you find someone masturbating.
No, no, you can see, you can see. Again, you know the story, like where I was like for like a couple of months, I was like subscribed to this like group where it
Uh,
posted like a ac metro accidents or like shit's happening in the Russian metro, and it was just like a bunch of guys masturbating and a bunch of guys dying, and it was like
okay,
the best. And like no man, you can see it like
interesting fetish, Omar.
oof, yeah. I'm like so scared to like accidentally like grab my dick in the metro. Like just because man, we adjust our our our,
Yeah,
our penis, our penises,
yeah.
and
Nice.
I'm so scared to like adjust my penis in the metro that and like someone would think I'm masturbating and then they would start filming me or something or like the footage of the
Yeah. And
and
like when you stand on the edge of the metro line, now you're afraid that people will think
mm,
that you're about to jump, so they push you over anyways.
oh no, I have a fear of the like the edge, especially if it's like in the morning. And like,
Yeah.
because like 8 a.m., everyone wants to get to work, so everyone's pushy. And like, I just get this fucking anxiety. I'm like, fuck, I'm gonna fall. Like
Yeah.
those.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
You know what feeling I used to have?
Uh-huh.
I used to have like when the
Door
what do you
closes.
call it? No, 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 the wagons or the metro, yeah, when it's like docking,
Uh-huh.
like reaching the station. I always had this feeling that I just wanted to put my face and go tick, 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 like for it to hit my face,
Ah.
you know?
Ah.
Just like boom, boom, boom. This is not nothing, you know, with the S word, but it's just a feeling. Or when when there's always someone who's like too much in a hurry, you just
Mm-hmm.
want to grab their hair and just like put their face in the thing and
Mm-hmm.
just watch like slap them a few hundred times
I,
just
I
for them to learn it.
I think
Yes.
I know my fear of the fucking metro and trains came from.
Yeah.
I almost died one time. So I was in Egypt. We had like you had to cross like the train,
Yeah. The train tracks.
yeah, tram tracks
Yeah.
to get
Okay.
to the other side. Or you can take like a fucking detour.
Uh-huh.
So I
Yeah.
would cross because that's like normal there. And one time I was just like in my own mind, like, fucking,
Hmm.
I don't know,
Yeah. Imagine.
daydreaming.
Uh,
And then I crossed. So it's like two tracks, like one going right, one going left. I crossed the first track, and like a guy started yelling at me. He's like, "Stop! You're gonna get hit! You're gonna get hit!" And I didn't hear him because that's how much in my mind I was. And thank God, when I was crossing the first track, I tripped and I fell, and I
and
literally
it,
just watched the fucking train go
Mhm.
by me. I was like,
This actually happened to me like well in Jordan right now people driving cars are kind of like whack.
uh-huh.
So every 2 or 3 days, literally just a car's like coming out from like from one lane is about just to take me with it,
Mm.
you know?
Oof. Yeah.
Yeah, I like this every 2 or 3 days. It's like, oh, fucking
Fun
hell.
fact. Here's a
Mm.
fun fact about Egypt. I think we're the number one country in road accidents. But like,
You mean road accidents in car accidents or like someone
no,
passing
no,
by and a
like car
car hits them?
accidents.
Ah,
But not a lot of them are fatal because most of them are just like, oh, my car like hit your car and that's it. Like, not a lot of fatalities. But we have
yeah.
fatalities, obviously.
Ah, okay.
So yeah,
This could be an inspiration for Mortal Kombat. You should contact Ed Boon. Uh, by the way, do you guys have this? Like, so if two cars hit, like if there's a car accident, but it's a very mild like hit, or even like just very on the surface, like a scratch. Do do drivers go, okay, just go, it's fine, it's just a scratch, or do they like stop for insurance and everything?
I didn't even know you can that about the insurance until I came to Russia. I don't th like I've never seen
Uh,
it happen. It's usually just like, fuck it. It's
yeah.
same in Jordan. Yeah.
Same in Jordan. In Jordan, the same. Like my friend almost totaled the car, like almost. And the guy was like, "Oh, it's fine. Just go." I was like, "Wait, what?" He's like,
Mm.
"Yeah, it's almost. Just go. It's fine." I was
Yeah.
like, "Oh, maybe he will try to claim more with insurance or something like that. Like say that it was a hit and run,
Oh.
you know, and let the insurance pay more or whatever." But in Russia, I was surprised that even a scratch, they would stop, they would call the police, call the National Guard, they would wait until
And
like they
yeah. Yeah, yeah,
with
yeah.
photos and everything. It was like, what the fuck, man? Just a scratch. But no, they're
I
like, and this is what I like about them.
I remember like my friend, he took his parents' car. And it's like a good car, so and he was parked and like some retarded guy, sorry for saying that, but like he was parked and the guy was backing into him and we were standing next to the car smoking and then he goes, look at this guy, he's not gonna be able to park and he's gonna leave. And then he was going back and my friend got scared. He goes, stop, 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 stop. And the guy didn't stop. And then he like fucking hit the car's
Yeah,
door. And the my friend's like, what the fuck, man? And he goes, he goes out of his car. He goes, nothing happened. And he goes, the fuck you mean nothing happened? My door is dented. And then they called the insurance, and I had to wait for him because I was
Yeah.
like, hey, but yeah, and we wanted to
You know?
skip class. And
Well, now you have what do you call it? Now
he
you have
goes,
like something to skip class with.
he no, he goes, thank God because we already like skipped like the first 10 minutes.
Uh-huh.
So and we were just trying to decide whether we should skip the whole class or we should just go like a couple of minutes late. And
Was a
then
sign from God, yes?
and he goes, thank God we skipped the first 10 minutes because he would have like hit and run me.
Yeah, but I think if even if there's a hit and run, you can still mess with insurance. And this is what I like about Russians. They're like, I already paid for insurance, so insurance better do their thing.
And so let's say I was involved in a hit and run because I don't know a lot about driving, but I was involved like so my car
Yeah.
was hit in a
You
hit
hit
and
and
run.
yeah.
No, I didn't hit. And I go to insurance. Would my insurance rise up or no?
No, no, it
Ah,
wouldn't because you're not the cause of it.
so
But
only if
then,
I'm
but
the
then
cause.
they would see, yeah, they would see where you are, everything, all of this. They would have their own investigators, which is like a
Mm,
big word for insurance, and they would try to escape it, by the way, like a lot. Oh my God, it's such a headache. But yeah, they would. From what I know, is no, your insurance would not rise.
mm,
Sorry,
mm-hmm.
because you're not the cause of it. But if you
Gotcha.
were the cause of it, or you were parked, let's say, in a place where it was like you would get hit,
Mm,
yeah, then yeah, like they might again increase it or whatever.
gotcha,
But I
gotcha.
really like this about in Russia. Like they're like, no, no, no. I paid for my insurance. My insurance, but like better do their freaking job. This I really like this idea. No waste money.
Gotcha. Anyways,
Yeah, man. Going back to relationships, relationship jokes. Man, it's I don't know, man. I just want to talk about this like for the next 2 minutes.
let's fucking talk away because my first peeve is a relationship peeve, actually. So
Yeah,
kind of perfect. So
it's just and it's so on the surface that I'm like, come on. And it's just like one joke. Like, come on, go more, like do more, all of that stuff. And is that what you think a relationship is?
man,
Yeah.
I don't know. I think when I was in a relationship, that was the least inspiring moment to write about relationships. Uh,
Of course, because you didn't want them to find out that you're talking about them.
Well, exactly.
You
No, they
know?
would never come to my shows, man. They had better shit to do. Actually, I
Oh,
remember like after breaking up, my ex-girlfriend goes like we saw each other. She goes, "Oh, I wanted to come to your shows to see if you're gonna be shitting on me or not." I was like, "You should
man.
have came."
Yeah, you should have came with all your friends, and I would make amazing jokes and take your friends.
Mm,
I get it. But and and also like it's funny about these relationship jokes is that people like bring like this is female comedians. Why do you bring your date who you're gonna shit on to your
ah,
comedy club? I don't get this.
okay. I remember. Oh my God, you saw the video of me hating this one comedian.
Yeah.
Like this girl performed with us a couple of times. She wasn't performing that day. She brought a guy to an English show that doesn't speak English the whole time she was talking to him, front row, and it was
Oh man.
distracting. It was fucking. I wanted to like tell her, "You fucking whore, like go fucking somewhere else." Or
You know what's so funny? Because I was watching the video like that one you sent me this of your bit, and
hmm
she's like translating. Apparently, that's like what apparently what it was like what was going on, and I was watching you like I think on again this is from like an outsider point of view that you were bubbling on the inside. You were not looking at them at all, or even to their side, you were just like focusing on one side, like, I just want to do my 5 minutes. I just want to do like 5 or 10 minutes, whatever. And I just want to finish my set and I want to leave. Please, Omar, don't go full Egypt on her.
mm. No, man, it was. I also here's an even like a piggyback peeve on your peeve.
Uh-huh.
Why would you go on a date to a stand-up show? Especially a
Yeah.
first date. Like I think, okay, if you're together for a while, married couple or whatever, or dated for a while,
Yeah.
go enjoy some stand-up. It's good. But first date is like a stand-up on a first is such a
Hey,
weird idea. It's
yeah,
like
let's go and like, and the thing is, they bring someone who doesn't speak English.
even at Russian stand-up, I like it's like the whole idea of a first date is getting to know each other.
Yeah,
How
yeah, yeah.
you know the person when you can't talk, and then they decide to talk during the show, and it's
During the show,
fucking
and it's so funny. And you know what I think sometimes it's like a measurement.
mm,
If he laughs at these certain jokes, that means that he or she likes, like they have a sense of humor. They have half a sense of humor,
mm.
you know. Or they're like,
Uh,
but here's the thing.
uh-huh.
Yeah, yeah. Tell
No,
me, tell me.
my idea, okay, let's say you're a humor guy. You don't do stand-up, you're just like telling shitty jokes to your friends. You bring them to a comedy show, like the girl is laughing, but she's laughing because the jokes are good. Can you guarantee good jokes? No. So like it's bring her to like I don't know, like a fucking Marvel movie. If she
Oh,
laughs at the
definitely.
Marvel jokes, then you're set. Anyone can do a Marvel joke.
Well, if you laugh at Marvel jokes, except Deadpool ones,
Uh-huh.
then I think you don't want that person.
Or you're dating a 4-year-old, which is
Yeah, which is
yeah, kind of like
Oh, oh, man, that's it's so annoying. I remember like when they would sit in the and they sit in the front.
mm-hmm.
Like,
Yeah.
why? I'm like, okay, and then when you try to talk to them, they don't respond.
Yeah. That's
Like,
the only time they
what?
stop talking is when you talk to them. The whole time they're fucking like a chatterbox or whatever.
Yeah, they're trying to pick each other up. You
Yeah.
know? Like, what? Now you want to know, like, just know them on the way, please.
Yeah. It's oh like the ones where they meet at the stand-up show at the get-go from the get-go. Those are like like at least meet at a cafe, talk, and then like okay, we're going to a stand-up show for 1.5 hours. Let's shut the fuck up.
Like, you know what I get? I get if a comedian does it, like they bring their date, they tell them to sit in the front, and they watch if they sit like through the whole show,
Mm.
yeah, and what they laugh at, then they were like, okay, you laughed at Omar's jokes, you have a twisted sense of humor. I
Mm.
like you, you
Mm.
know? Oh, you laughed at the first Omar joke. This is not gonna work between us.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and like that one, I don't want to say I get it, but okay. But the problem is if they bring their date and the show is shit, then they're like one of the few people in the audience who sit in the front just with a gloomy face.
Mm.
Yeah,
I don't even understand. Like it's why bring a date or a friend to a show? It's like so much pressure on you.
oh man, you tell me. And whenever I would bring my friends, I would fail so horribly,
Oh, that's why I hate the bringer
horribly.
shows for the Russian comedy. Like I'm like I
Yeah,
can't like I it's like because when you're performing at a normal show with you're like okay, uh, they're gonna see me one time. If I bomb, okay, they're just I'm never gonna see them again.
yeah.
But now with your friends or your date, you're gonna see them again.
Did you do this on
Un
dating apps? You said you're a comedian.
no, I don't have a lot of good photos, so most of my photos are of me on stage.
Same, same. That
So
was what I had when I was
yeah,
Heineken. Funny.
a lot like one girl was like, "Hey, I want to do comedy too. Can you like check my jokes?" And I told her, "Okay, I'll check them," but I never got to checking them. But I read her like, and it was like, "Yeah, you need to work more."
Oh man, it's I don't know, man.
Here's my idea.
Yeah,
comedy shows, or especially if you're a performer, best place to break up with someone. Because
Hmm.
you bomb, you tell her, fuck off, you whore, leave me, and then you're never gonna see her again. So you got the bombing out, and you got to break up with the girl.
Ah, okay, okay. But that would make it so horrible for you,
For
no?
her. Well, if I want to break up with someone, I've already like
Ah,
went
mentally prepared yourself.
mentally prepared myself. Like if I get dumped at a show, then that if I get dumped at a show, I bombed that. Then yeah. But
Mm-hmm.
if I'm doing the
And
breakup,
you know what? I'll be honest with this. And comedians, some comedians, me included, would be dicks about it. That we would go like, yeah, man,
mm,
that was good, you know?
mm,
You know, like that was good. But also, if you bring a date to a comedy show, be prepared that they tell you that that person is funnier than you.
oof, that would fucking crush my heart, man. Ooh,
And also be prepared that they would go out with that person while you're
oof.
dating.
I remember I got this girl's number one time after a show.
Yeah.
I killed.
Yeah.
Oh, not her number, her Instagram. And I'm like, okay, I followed her. No follow back. And I'm like, okay, maybe it's took her some time. Like she didn't check Instagram. Like 2 days later, I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with this whore? I'm gonna unfollow her because I don't want to follow like random people. And I go to the page and I go and I saw, guess what? She
She's
followed
following another
another
comedian.
comedian,
Oh,
but she wasn't following him when I got the Instagram. That means she fucking Googled for him, and I'm like, him? This guy? And I was like, ah. So yeah, I took it on the chin.
yeah, and now like and that's when you have like trauma from hacky jokes. Yeah.
Exactly.
It is man, you reminded me of the shit of someone bringing their date. But to be honest, sometimes this is again this happens literally maybe one in 100 or one in 1,000 is that someone is dating someone else and that like the date, the girl, like it's
Mm-hmm.
mostly the girls who do that. They're very nice in a way that they actually promote the show. They try to help. Like I
Yeah.
remember this with there was a comedian, American comedian, who had his date come to the shows, and she came to all the shows. She listened to all our jokes. She could literally recite some of the comedians' jokes, not mine, all the time.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, and she was helping so much to the point where she would print small brochures. She print on like on her own
Mm.
to promote us in like other places and all this. And I had so much respect to her, and I told her boyfriend at the time, I told him, bro, really, you cannot break up with this girl. She does more marketing than we ever did in 7 months.
Got you. And he
We
broke up
just,
with her.
yeah, he broke up. He
I
broke up with her.
knew it.
And we instantly dipped from like three audience members to zero audience
Ah,
members. So,
here's a story, okay? I
yeah,
remember it because it happened. A fellow friend of ours, maybe he was on the podcast, maybe he wasn't, who knows? But you
yeah.
know him. He like non-comedian, but he kind of, let's say, he likes to be the funny guy. I remember him like bringing a date to a friend's birthday. They ended up going home with another guy who's
Oh,
also a non-comedian. And I'm like, you fucking idiot. Yeah.
yeah, man. You know, like
Hmm.
I remember this. Uh, like there was a girl who like she performed a few times, yeah. Her first performance, I was so happy with it.
Hmm.
Like she got on stage and she was talking about like her heritage, her culture, and she put the dating inside of that.
Okay.
And I was like, yeah, this is cool.
Okay.
Like this is cool. Like this way of mixing them. She wasn't like specific about hey relationships, dating an Arab is bad.
Okay.
Whoops. You know, no, she was like heritage and then put the dating in there and all this. I was like, yeah, this is cool. This
Mm-hmm.
is this is fun to watch, let's say.
Okay.
You know, it's not just a relationship, guys are bad. And people, and here's a pet peeve in comedy. I hate it, ironically, when people say I hate something.
As in like the setup for a joke, yeah?
Yes, yes. I
Hmm.
hate when guys do this. I hate when girls do that. I was like, can you not use hate to just get to your point? But I get you have to add emotions to it, but like an emotion to a joke and all this. But this, I don't know. That one like gives me such, I want to say bad vibes. And I sometimes like the word vibe is
Hmm.
goes over my head too much. You know?
Okay, here's
Yeah.
a comedy
Yes.
pet peeve, since you mentioned one. The guy who says, y who like hears something from a bigger comedian, and he goes, like, let's say about writing, for example,
Yeah.
and he goes, "Oh, like this comedian doesn't write, I'll do it." And I'm like, "Yeah, but he's like a fucking
Ah, yeah.
Louis C.K.
Yeah.
You're not Louis C.K."
Yeah. You know what it is? If I can like reiterate this idea, because this was quite some time ago when a comedian was like, "Oh, but Dave Chappelle does this," and then I was like telling them,
Yeah,
"But
yeah,
you're not Dave Chappelle." And
exactly.
after the show, they wanted to punch me in the face. They were like, "You're the reason I bombed." It's like, "No, you're the reason you bombed."
Because you're not
You
Dave
know?
Chappelle.
Yeah,
Exactly.
and like they try to kind of like put 25 years or 30 years of that
Slavery.
experience,
Uh,
on themselves, and like, but you didn't go through Louis C.K. or Dave Chappelle or even Bill Burr's like comedy for them to reach that point.
exactly. And you have to understand, like, as great Dave Chappelle is, a lot of the people who come to Dave Chappelle, especially the ones where he doesn't prepare, doesn't write a lot, are his fans.
Yeah,
He would probably make easier for like if Dave Chappelle was a nobody, he goes to like I don't know, fucking India. I'm pretty sure he's not in India, but I don't know, like this. You ever heard of this island where nobody's allowed in
yeah,
India? If he
yeah,
goes
yeah,
there, he needs to bring his A material.
of
Like he can't
course.
just be like trans people are. What's the deal with trans people? I don't know,
Yeah,
but yeah.
and then I don't know, like, haha,
Exactly.
this guy say,
Okay.
no, it's so annoying when people like say, I heard this comedian do it, so I do. Yeah, great, do it, but like. It's the same as in Russia with what I like to call alternative comedy. Like there's a
Mm.
certain comedian which everybody watched. His name is Stuart Lee.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And he's like, you could say he's like a great alternative comedian. And they want to be Stuart Lee without going through the years and years and effort that Stuart Lee went through to become what he's now.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like that guy had his own show, which was basically an alternative comedy show. It was a stand-up show, you could say, but it was kind of like all based on this alternative comedy thing. I forgot. I think it's something wheel. Carpet. I forgot what it
Mm-hmm.
was called exactly, but it's like based on it, all of it. And they know they're like, now I'm an alternative comedian. Just be alternative and do something funny for for
Yeah,
a
yeah.
sec.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let me get my first peeve out.
Oh, okay.
And it's the dating peeve. It's a dating peeve. Uh, it's I hate it when women say, no, my peeve is this. Uh, women saying men should pay for the first date. I hate the word should. Like, I think I'm like pro men paying on the first date, but I don't think you get it
We should make a movement pro pay. Yeah,
pro,
pro.
yeah. I'm
Yeah.
like I don't I just don't like the word should. It's fucking spoiled behavior, in my opinion.
And it's like ordering. It's
Exactly.
like you have to do this.
It's it's called like the men treating you. It's like I would want a girl to say, I like when men treat me to dinner on a first date.
Yeah.
That's nice. I just hate the word should. It's like you
You
shouldn't
know,
do shit. Yeah.
I what I would agree with this is that how they look at you,
Hmm.
you know, it's like there's a certain look where you're paying for this. And there's no like you're paying for this, right? No, no, no. But you're paying for this. There's a certain look to it,
Exactly. And like
you know?
also imagine like the script was flipped around. Yeah, I go, woman should fuck me on the first date. The fuck's the people be like, what the fuck is wrong with this guy?
Yeah.
Like what? A
Well,
caveman?
the funny thing is that let's say this is gonna be messed up. Let's say like you score. What do we
Hmm.
like to say? You score, whatever.
Okay.
Which is also a pet peeve, like saying this word, score. But anyways, let's say like you this date evolves to something like more, yeah?
Hmm.
Isn't it the same as sorry to say this, prostitution?
Yeah,
No,
kinda. Because
isn't it this like
now
you
here's a,
pay for the person
yeah,
and you get to have you know and
exactly.
also sometimes escorts slash prostitutes they kind of like I don't know if this is the correct like words for it these are the correct words they reserve the right to have sex with you or not is it not the same
I don't know, because here's my argument for it. Like, I pay a prostitute money. She has to have sex with me. Otherwise, I'm gonna sue her. Or I don't know, like, but like, you know what I
yeah
mean?
but who are you going to sue like how
I
are
don't.
you're going to court
I'm gonna go like this bitch did not fuck me. But like with a girl, it's not guaranteed if you paid on like you pay on the first date. She still has the right to say, "Oh, I want to fuck him." But if I
yeah
pay for a prostitute,
yeah but then again it becomes percentage you get what I'm saying
kinda, yeah,
like it's yeah it's not the same but it's technically the same
yeah,
you know? So what's the difference? Is it just the price? One is overpriced and the other one with a hot dog sandwich? You get what I'm saying?
yeah, yeah, yeah. I get what you're saying,
You know? And
but
a pet
again,
peeve about yeah, sorry.
I just because the at least with the date, you like like you get to know them. Like, okay, maybe we're compatible or whatever. And also, here's the thing, yeah. Like I can one meal, like let's say one date can get you like late for a week or whatever, or I don't know, like for a couple of months.
Yeah.
Let's say you take her out on a date and then like the rest is she just comes over to your place. You maybe, I don't know, cook dinner and fuck. But with the process you can't like, it's a one-time payment for an hour or whatever.
Well, you can book for prolonged sessions,
Yeah, but
long
then
talks or whatever, you
yeah.
know? See, it is the freaking same, believe.
Yeah, no, it's not because with one she liked you, the other one she's just eating.
Yeah, and with one of the and with the other one, they well, it depends, of course, on the service, but with one, they make sure that you're clean, and with the other one, it's good luck if you are clean or not, you
Hmm.
know, because it's in a like in not in a prostitute kind of way. You have to pray that the person has done his or her STD like tests, and and like it's would it be like, I don't know, would it be too forward to ask them like, hey, did you do your STD test? Well, actually, one of my friends in Russia, he always had the STD test with him.
Hmm.
so that he shows the girls. Like when, at what point do you show that paper?
Mm.
You know?
Yeah, it just has it like a photo of it on his Tinder page or whatever, you know.
Oh yeah. Oh, that's a good idea. Yeah. And there's a pet peeve of mine in relationships, which is uh, one of the parties always think it is their right to be late.
What do you mean?
Um, well, not let's say like you get one party that is always going to be there earlier, 10 minutes, 15 minutes. It's like he or she are staking out the place, making sure where's the exit, you know,
Mm.
is the food, like what am I gonna order, makes like this whole itinerary of the whole date in their head. And the other party is like, I can be late 15, 30 minutes, 1 hour. He slash she are gonna wait for me anyways.
Okay, I understand. I here's a piggyback peeve on your peeve. Uh, the it's kind of the same, but like people who don't take time into consideration. Like
Yes.
I remember, like I was dating my when I was dating my last girlfriend, she would text me like, "Hey, let's meet in like 30 minutes at this place," and then I'm like, "Well, you live 10 minutes away from there. I live like an hour away," and then she would be pissed if I was late, and I'm like, "Yeah, yeah, yeah. You're just retarded at time management and I don't know if yeah, time management. It's not my fault." And then when she's late, nothing.
Yeah.
I'm like, the fuck's wrong with you?
And you're the one, if you're late 5 minutes, you're the one who gets like shit on really hard, you know?
Yeah, I had like it happened to me. I was late one time. She was outside, and when I get there, she was like, "You left me in the cold," and I'm like, "I didn't leave you in the cold. You chose to stay in the cold. I told you I'm gonna be like 10 minutes late, so
Yeah.
you could have fucking went to the Burger King or whatever." But she didn't fucking want to go there. So why am I at fault?
Yeah. Plus, did you have this problem? Like when dating, you forgot how the person, like the first date, how they look like?
Ah, no.
This happened to me, man, so many, like I had to walk with my phone going, do you look like this person? Do you
Ah,
look like
like
this person?
it's like your first date. You never saw her before. Like you met at a dating app.
You just, yeah, 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 basically.
Um,
Because I in Russia, on while that was in the time of Tinder, we all know that the picture doesn't match this
yeah, I've only
reality.
been on one Tinder date in my life
Yeah,
because I just like to meet people in person and then get them to on a
yeah,
date.
get them to the
But
base.
like, there was no way I could have mistaken the girl because she had like the fucking biggest fake lips you've ever seen in your life.
Oh man, you know what I used to do? Because I used to grow my beard so that I like that look. You will see me in a sea of
Mm,
white people. I'm the
exactly.
guy who the police are checking his documents. So that's me.
Got you. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
You know? It's like and then you had to like to meet them, you had like to pick the right spot where there's not many people so that like you find them. There
Mm,
was once when this girl she was like, we'll meet in the metro. I was like, oh, come on.
yeah.
And in Russia, in Moscow, you can meet in the center thing. But the
Yeah.
problem in the center thing, everybody's meeting in the center thing. So you don't
Yeah.
know if it's her or not.
You can just go up to a girl and see if she's excited to see you or not. If she's like,
Oh, then
oh,
I would have never been on any date
ah,
about
okay.
the excitement thing. No.
No, okay.
With this because they all like look, oh,
So kind of
I'm
like
like,
like the police when they have a sketch of a guy and they're trying to like match it to the face. You're doing that with your Tinder. It's
that
like,
was exact. I am not joking, man. That was exactly me. I was like,
mm,
how many wrinkles do you have?
mm,
Here zero wrinkles. Here you have two kids as wrinkles. No,
no, yeah,
you know.
yeah, exactly.
But but yeah. Oh man, you remind me of those days. It's not that I didn't like I, but on the other hand, I like the adventure. Plus, if she agrees to meet me in the metro, that means she doesn't have high expectations of me, which is good.
And she also doesn't have a father probably in her life. I don't know. Yeah. But- I don't, I don't know, man.
You know what you just did?
Yeah.
You know, like the game Among Us,
Yes.
and you know when you're trying to connect the wires,
Uh-huh.
and like you connect the red wire to the yellow wire. It's like what?
Yeah.
What the fuck? And then, oh man, oh freaking hell. Um, oof. What about your pet peeves about friends?
Hmm. Friends. Oh, here's kind of that like this is it's just about people in general, but this pet peeve it happened to me twice in my life, and
Oh,
both times I wanted to kill the person who just did it. Uh, it's such an uncommon thing. I swear, I'm pretty sure if it happens to you, you would be fucking angry. When people are talking about you in front of you, to you even, and they
yeah.
say something, you tell them something, and they say, "That's not true about you." I'm like, are you retarded? How do you know me better than me? I literally said this to a guy one time. I go like, he goes, "Why are you so tired?" I'm like, "Oh, I was at work all day and I'm tired." And he goes, "You don't have a job?" And I'm like, "The fuck you mean I don't have a job? I just told you I had a job." And then he goes, "You never told me I had a job." And I'm like, "I just did. I told you I was at work all day."
The same thing. Yeah.
I this guy, I wish I create like he needed a new method of torture to
Oh
death.
man, you know what? My like with this idea is that they don't know about you. Like they think they know more about you than you know yourself.
Mm.
Like even like you have, it's like there's an obligation for you, yeah, to report to them.
Yeah, exactly. It's like I didn't know you fucking eat pussy. Why is that? You never told me. I'm like, yeah, I don't tell you everything.
Yeah, your sister would never like, talk about us. You guys.
Exactly. Like I don't know. Like it's so annoying. And here's another friend peeve. This one, kind of you might not agree on me with this one, but when you send someone something, you see that they're online, but they don't react. I'm like,
Yeah,
What the fuck are you doing?" I get okay, maybe you're busy or something, which most of the times it's not true because like maybe you know that they're home or whatever,
yeah.
and then they takes them like days to respond, and then they don't give you a reason. Like at least give me a reason. Say lie and say I was busy,
Oh yeah, yeah,
but like
yeah.
nothing.
I can I say because this is exactly me. Like this is like sometimes when someone sends me a message, I just look at it and go, I really don't want to reply to you now, and
Mm,
I just don't reply at all, like at all, and I just disappear for a month.
okay, now here's the thing. Okay, maybe you don't wanna like they ask you a stupid question, you don't wanna reply. That's
Yeah, yeah,
I fine, but if I send you memes or fucking
you're
reels
not
or
gonna.
whatever, like at least check the meme, fucking double tap it, and that's it. It doesn't take much
I feel so cold out.
because
As if anything.
because because I
Oh
remember
God.
sending people memes on Instagram. I see that they're online on Instagram. They're not doing something productive. They are looking at memes. Like, look at my meme, motherfucker. Like, you're not better than my meme.
Yeah, none of your memes are as high quality as mine. I,
Exactly.
this is why I never send any memes, and thank God I still like how do you call, I don't even watch any reels. Well, not
Uh,
watch all of them, just like try to not so that I don't get into that. But yeah, this is so like you're just calling me out so blatantly that I should have a pet peeve about you, but I don't.
God
So
damn it. I think I have one more friend peeve, by the way.
yeah, yeah,
The friend who goes, oh, let's meet at like 7. And then you're like at 6:50, he goes, actually, let's meet at 8. And then you're already there, so you're like, okay, I'll wait an hour, like I'll just walk. And then he goes, fuck, sorry, man, like 10. And then he goes, hey, man, sorry, let's meet tomorrow instead. And I'm
Yeah.
like, what the fuck?
You know, I can encapsulate this peeve in like phrase. Uh, People who are trying to seem that they're nice,
Okay.
you know, because they don't want to tell you, oh, I cannot meet you, so they keep on like prolonging this 1 hour, 2 hour, 15 minutes, you know. But they're like, oh no, no, I am nice,
Exactly.
you know?
Yeah, yeah.
And I told you, like, motherfucker, you just wasted 5 hours of my freaking time.
Exactly. It's okay here. Yeah, nice people, fake nice people are like the worst. I don't know, like,
They're literally like liberals in any nation. The liberals in any nation, they're against war,
yeah.
you know, until they become, okay, you can have war if only you kill this amount of people,
Mm,
you know, or you can do war as long as it's not on the news and I'm not involved in it in any way, you know?
exactly. It's like
Yeah,
I would rather a person be shitty to in on the outside, but be nice. Like
yeah,
like Ellen DeGeneres. Nice.
yeah.
She's a huge
But on the
cunt.
inside, holy fuck, man, that word is such an understatement for her.
Well, you are what you eat, I guess.
Yeah, man. But hey, there are some really nice ones. But that one,
Mm.
she's totally up. Like, fuck, like, man, I love how she got effed. I love that.
You
You know
saw
the
her
story of
special.
The Twitter thing.
Yeah, when they're like, she's a cunt, blah blah blah. I
Yeah,
thought it
you
was
know how it
Reddit.
started.
I thought it was
No,
Reddit.
it's a Twitter thing.
Uh,
It was a Twitter thing. It
how
was
did?
during COVID,
Uh-huh.
and one guy he was like, uh, post your Ellen DeGeneres like
Yeah,
uh,
yeah, yeah. Like the
thing.
worst experience with Ellen.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and I will donate $2 for everything. And it just got like flooded so fast that he got broke, I think.
Uh,
Yeah. But yeah, oh man, that's such an annoying thing. And pet peeves about friends. I had one in my head, but I freaking forgot it because it probably represents me. We already talked about time because friends and when your friends take you for granted,
mm,
you know,
exactly.
like
Exactly.
like a friend. Let's say they borrow money from you, and because you're their friend, they don't have to pay you as soon as possible.
Okay.
But when they borrow money from someone else, they're like, "Oh, I have to pay this person," and you're just standing there like,
Mm-hmm.
what about me? Where's my $100 or whatever?"
Ooh, $100.
Well, it was more, but
Oh.
anyways, yeah, 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 yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
It's
It's
like, and like they pay all of their debts, and you're just standing there going, "What am I, believe?"
ex also another way you can be taken for granted. The friend who never invites you to hang out, and you have to do the first move every time. I hate
Oh
those.
man, what do you say to them?
I eventually just stopped talking to them. I'm like,
Oh no, whenever like they tell me, "Oh, why don't you blah 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 invite to hang out?" I was like, "I'm sorry, it's a two-way street.
exactly, man. You have
It's a
to.
two-way street." No, and the pet peeve about the how to solve the pet peeve about the money when they
Mm-hmm.
borrow. I always when I tell them like if they like, "Hey, can you lend me this amount of money?" I'm like, "Sure, you have to pay me one in 1 week
Or
as
like,
soon as
when are you
possible."
gonna pay me back? Maybe
Oh no,
that.
no, no, there's no when. I never
Ah,
give them that option because if you ask if I borrow money from you, which I did from one guy, he's a cool guy. Uh, he never told me pay me back. So I'm like, I will not. Well, not will not. I will pay back eventually. You
Mm-hmm.
know. But when you give this, how do you call it? This open, an open space for us to, we'll abuse it basically. So I was like,
Exactly.
no, 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 you're not. You're. I'm not giving you open. Either 1 week. That's all. 7 days. And in 7 days, I will make sure they never borrow money from me ever again.
Because you be texting them every day?
Every day, I'll
Like a,
be in front of their work.
oh, nice.
This is why I left Russia because it's very hard to come to Jordan and they stand outside
Ah,
the door.
got you.
You
Uh,
know, but okay. What about you said about the friend who like knows you more than you. How would you solve that pet peeve? How would you deal with it?
I don't know. I never solved it. I
Yeah,
just so angry that I just wanted to kill him. It's like again. Oh, like okay, it happened to me twice. One,
yeah,
let's say some like random chick that I didn't even know well. But like the second time it happened to me, it was from a guy who like kind of markets himself as I'm like a fucking smart guy, blah blah blah. Like I know everything, and I'm like, I it, it was like the stupidity of it is what made me angry. It's like I just told you.
You know who we should have had on this episode?
Who?
There's a comedian, Rico.
Ah,
We should have had her on this episode. I think she has a lot of pet peeves that would be very interesting.
fuck. Maybe
You
part
know,
two coming soon.
part two, hopefully. Yeah. So, uh, how did I deal with the friend who knows more about me, who thinks they know more about me than me? How did I do that? I don't remember
I
because
don't
now
even.
because currently I don't have that many friends
Oh, it
actually.
happened to you, yeah?
A lot of that. Man, in Jordan, I don't know if you guys have this in Egypt for Egyptians, but in Jordan, everybody thinks they know you more than you know yourself. Like today, I was just buying some pastries, yeah,
Uh-huh.
and the guy was like analyzing me through the my pastry,
Mm.
through what I ordered, pastry orders.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, what? Like, but I called him. I always called him out on it. Always, I just called him out on it. I was like, oh, since you know me better than me, do you know how much money I have? And he just pauses. I was like, hey, because if you do, you will pay for this.
He
And
goes,
instantly they go, oh, no, no, no. No." You know?
you should have went like not enough to pay for this basically.
Yeah.
And he would have been right.
Oh, yeah.
Here's
Uh,
shit about the Egyptians because he asked me.
yeah.
But in Egypt we say even when we don't know something we like to bullshit.
Yes.
So let's say you ask an Egyptian like, "Hey man, like where's the nearest toilet?" He'll go like,
Uh-huh.
"Just go straight into the left." And then
And
it's
it's
like
actually
the
there's
fucking
like a valley.
pyramids.
Yeah.
The fucking pyramids and they're like, the fuck is wrong with this guy? But yeah, we it's been told like we like to bullshit.
But technically, in the peeing part, it's
Uh-huh.
open space and you can pee wherever. So basically, some areas, I'm not saying this about Egypt, but some areas in some places are like, a toilet corner, let's say.
Exactly.
So here's another pet peeve about friends and comedians and friend comedians or comedian friends. They who cannot take a joke or when they insult you,
Mm-hmm.
they're like when you insult back, they're like, whoa,
Oh
they
yeah.
get offended. Like there was once, and actually I remember this a few days ago. A comedian friend, this was like more than 6 or 7 years ago. Uh, she goes, "Oh, you do improv. Oh, since when do you do improv? You're not an improviser." Yeah. And this is like
Ah,
with a fellow comedian. So I went, then why are you doing comedy? You're not funny.
exactly.
Man, all the comedians who were sitting around me, do you know like when you insult someone? that even the comedians themselves go, okay, but this is too far. It's like,
Uh-huh.
what? Hey, you knock on the door, someone's gonna answer the fucking door.
Exactly, man. I agree with what you just said. Like, uh, I understand like if someone doesn't like can't take a joke, I can understand it. But if
Yeah,
he fucking like uh, what's it called?
throws the
Like
first rock.
exactly, you have to
Yeah,
take it. Like it.
yeah, I'm gonna throw. The thing is that if you're gonna throw a rock at me, I'm gonna throw a boulder. You
Hmm.
know?
Well, we all know what
Yes,
the Palestinians like to do. They like to throw
exactly, and we're
rocks.
very good at it.
Yes, exactly.
You know? Like we will make sure, and this is what I also love about some Egyptians, not
Mm-hmm.
everybody, but some of them. Like I do it too in your face. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
some Egyptian, some Egyptians, they do it in a funny like because maybe the accent, as our previous guest Tawfiq said, like the Egyptian accent is so funny.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So, but it comes out like very funny when they say it in that accent. But for me, it's like comes out serious.
Mm-hmm.
But because hey, you insulted me in your own tone, I'm gonna destroy you. I'm gonna make sure you like if when you hit someone in a fight, hit someone so hard that they don't get up.
Exactly.
That's what I'm gonna do.
So yeah, actually, the fight analogy is good.
Yeah,
It's either if you're gonna insult someone, either you go all out and knock him out so he can cry,
yeah.
or you're gonna cry. One has to cry.
Oh no, definitely, definitely. But and here's the thing about the funny part is this was in the circle of comedians a while back. Is that we were I'm not gonna say we were like the comedy seller guys at it,
Mm-hmm.
you know, but we took a joke basically, and we like took an insult or a joke. We were like with a smile, like mother flubber, you got me,
Mm-hmm.
you know?
Okay.
Yeah.
Here's the thing I wanted to add. Here's the only thing I would say no, like you shouldn't do is if you're insulting a guy, insult him. Don't insult family, wife,
Oh
kids.
man.
This I
Oh man.
think it's a no-no.
Oh, oh man. For me, no holds barred.
Really?
If you're well, it kind of depends.
Playful.
It
Let's
depends
say
on the
playful.
level.
Let's say playful.
Well,
I say, oh, Abed, you're like Dr. Eggman or whatever. I don't know. Then you
and
go
I
like,
will tell and I will tell you thank you for making a comparison between me and Jim Carrey.
exactly. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
You know?
I
And
just
this is
think if it's playful,
yeah.
like you don't have to go to the family stuff. If he goes to the family stuff, then you go to the family stuff. Or
Yeah, yeah, like that's the thing. If the thing is that well, in a way, it's if you're gonna open that door, you know, and you're ready, like it tells me that you're ready for
mm,
it. You know, you're ready for it. And if you're not ready for it, then you shouldn't have knocked on my fucking glass door because I'm gonna shatter my door and your door too,
yeah,
your whole
yeah, yeah.
fucking building.
Also, here's one thing I maybe I told you on the podcast before, but the one thing I like about you is when you someone insults you. It's actually annoying and good. It's annoying to the person insulting you, but let's say, oh, you look like a fucking egg, and you go look. No, no, I don't look like a fucking egg. I look like a fucking brown egg that was shot out of a rooster's cock or whatever. And then you would like take their fucking insult yourself with a better joke, and then you would insult him, and then you go, "Your mom's a whore" or whatever. I don't know, but like I don't know, but yeah.
Actually, I was about to say that's a pet peeve of my friends. Well, past tense, of course.
Uh-huh.
You know, was a pet peeve is like we insult you, you laugh at us insulting you, which takes the our joy out of it. It sucks it.
Mm.
because like for quite some time, my friends were like 5 years, 10 years older than me, and they would destroy me.
Mm.
You know? And I couldn't insult back because I was like 5 years old. You know? I
Exactly.
was
Yeah.
like, oh, okay, I will take whatever you dish at me, and I will just, either laugh at it or just make it my own and just laugh at it more.
Yeah.
But it's something like I don't know. That's a pet peeve actually, literally of one of my friends. Bless his soul. He used to say it all the time. He was like, I hate insulting you.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
hate when we like do this. I really dislike it because it's not fun for me. That's like for him.
Yeah.
You know?
Exactly. It's yeah. Insulting is not fun.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Like
yeah.
you take
Was
joy out
just
of it. It's I think it's a good skill. Uh, as a comedian, you should
yeah.
it's like just especially
Oh,
when you're around those people.
here's an amazing pet peeve, which I actually heard it, and it was, when like it's in the back of your mind, but you
Mm.
don't realize you have it until someone says it.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. So there was a comedian who said is that he dislikes, hates buff comedians,
Mm. Okay.
muscly comedians. He
Okay.
dislikes it, you know? He's like, because comedy is our way of handling pain, basically,
Okay.
you know? And since you're this big, what pain do you have?
Yeah, but big
You
people
know?
can get molested or whatever. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe they were already like that's why they became big.
Here's the
Uh,
thing, also like, I kind of also like don't kind of understand it a bit when like someone who you would say like super attractive or super muscular, or like like for me it's like how do people relate to him? Because like, uh, in my opinion, comedy is like a average guy. Like the best thing about comedy is you see a fucking beer belly balding motherfucker on stage making people laugh by talking about masturbating, and you're like, oh, I can do that. Like that's
yeah,
the fun of it. And like
yeah.
when I like a fucking hot guy goes, oh, like I'm dating this girl and she wanted me to put a condom on, blah blah blah. Like, not a lot of people can relate to that, so I don't know. I'm not obviously saying hot people can do comedy. They can, but
Oh, I am, but
I think
okay.
I think it's harder for them. It's like
What?
a
But it's
woman doing
harder.
comedy.
Ah, the only thing about women doing comedy that I dislike, the only thing
It's them
is
doing it.
that welcome back from the edit.
Okay.
Is that the way we talked about this before a lot of the time is how elegant they're dressed. That's
Mm,
that's the only thing I dislike. Just that's it. Like that's basically it. It's a dislike. It's not like, of course, everybody can do whatever they want. It's comedy. We don't gatekeep. Do comedy if you're funny and if you're right and like you do the work. Good on you. You know. But when you're too well dressed, it's like you're telling the audience, look at me and not look at my joke, and not listen to my jokes, basically.
ah,
Or and they don't use that like the way they're dressed in their joke. That's when I disconnect. Like a lot of the times, not most of the times.
got you, got you. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah. I think dress nicely if it's like a special or whatever.
yeah, but we're not talking about special.
Yeah, there's an open mic.
You
Yeah,
know,
like dressed like
you
an
know,
average Joe. Yeah, I think. Yeah, I agree
like
with you.
there was a guy an Indian guy, who promised like who promises a lot and doesn't deliver. And I hope he's listening to this shit. Well, he doesn't, but okay. Uh, anyways, this guy. This is a weird like attack on a random person.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Just give me a second.
It's fine, man. Take your time.
My shisha is shishaing.
Oops.
So uh, like he would come to a bar, a basement bar, so well dressed. He would come to a basement bar so well dressed, and I also was like, man, this is so showing me how insecure you are.
Hmm.
you know, and
I
it's
can
kind of like pissing
I
me
can
off.
understand it in one way. If he just came like straight off work after work, like he has to dress that way for work, and then he's like,
Yeah,
I
yeah,
can't go home and change. That I would understand. But I know the guy you're talking about, and I'm pretty sure
yeah,
that's
yeah.
not how he
That's not his
did it.
case. Yeah,
Yeah, not his
like
case.
this is why, for example, Mathieu, the French comedian. Yeah, this is why all the time I like how he's dressed
Mm.
because he's dressed like a hobo. Yes, Matthew, you're dressed like a hobo. Anyways, uh, which I really like, you know, which it's like that insecurity. That what I think it's an insecurity is not there, you
Mm-hmm,
know. I don't have to be like dressed like like this handsome blah, blah. No, no, no. I'm this guy. Here's my jokes. Listen to them. They're funny, not funny. I'm a hack. Who cares? But yeah.
I like how you think hobos wear like Nike shoes and
Well,
really
I'm talking
expensive
about
black t-shirts.
no. He like the many times I saw him, he would like wear. Oh, sorry guys.
What's
I have like a guest.
Oh, hello. Welcome to Blowing Off Steam.
What's your pet peeves? No, no.
When
Her
people
pet peeves is the other cats trying to eat her food. That's her pet peeves.
mm.
Yeah, but this is so funny. We should do this. Yeah, this should be like a whole episode, just the cat. Yeah. Uh-huh. So. Yeah. Yeah.
One of my pet
So,
peeves is when people lick their balls in front of me. I don't know why.
well, you're too much on that Telegram channel, Omar,
Yeah, oof.
on the Metro channel.
Metro masturbator.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Metro
I
Masturbator.
literally had I want I can't do this bit because I don't it's not hitting, maybe it's not funny enough. But it's about like the people who masturbate in the metro, like do they get post nut clarity? And then they realize like the fuck did I just do? You know what I mean?
I'm in the wrong line.
Exactly. Like my mind is like this is like a nut worthy of like the
Yeah,
blue line or whatever the fuck.
yeah, yeah. Oh man, you reminded me of the longest blue line in Russia.
Mm.
Uh, Bougie, bougie. So. So yeah, like such a big pet peeve of mine. This the way a person is dressed, and that dress does not reflect their jokes. This is something I dislike.
Mm.
Just it's just a pet peeve was like get on stage, just show us you're a regular person, basically.
Exactly.
You know, like if people came to see you, yeah, dress as whatever you want, but uh,
Mm-hmm.
but when you're dressed as this in an open mic in a bar, when you're dressed this well. Yeah, it just
Mm-hmm.
for me it shows me how insecure you are about your jokes, about whatever, and I don't trust you.
Okay, here's my next peeve is just kind of
Yeah.
out of nowhere. It's a toilet pet
Okay.
peeve. Maybe I talked about it on the podcast, maybe I didn't. The people who say and like, have you ever been to a toilet where it goes, don't flush the toilet paper, throw it in the trash. I hate that. Like, do you want me to take the toilet paper that's covered in shit and cum and like throw it in the fucking garbage? Like,
I
I,
believe you didn't need to say come,
but
but okay.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm honest. But like, yeah, exactly. I hate that. It's so annoying. I never follow that rule. I'm like, I would rather your toilet get clogged or whatever than me throw my dirty toilet paper in your trash.
This happened like with me. I was babysitting my friend's house sitting, if it's
House
called, not
sitting.
babysitting,
Okay.
but babysitting my friend's house.
Okay.
That's a really ordered phrase. But yeah, like I was house sitting, and he had everything prepared for me, even like влажные салфетки. What are
Uh,
the, what is
wet
wet
wipes.
wipes? Yeah, like wet wipes everything. It was like here's everything, and then I throw it there. I was like, man, you're not gonna come back in 2 days and see like all my bowel movement in your thing, man. Like,
Mm-hmm.
no, no, no. Just because for Arabs, our most important part, and this is what I so missed in Russia, was the sprinkler.
Bidets.
Is it called a bidet?
It is called a bidet.
The sprinkler is called a bidet.
The like thing that wipes your ass with water.
The water
Yeah.
thingy. Yeah,
Yeah, it's called a
that's called a
bidet.
bidet. Holy
Yes.
shit, living. Wow, the podcast is teaching me stuff. That's awesome.
Actually, that was literally my next peeve. Bidets.
Yeah.
Why the fuck are they not the norm?
And how the hell, yes, and how the hell do people wipe once, they look at it, no brown stuff, and that's great. Like, really?
It's again, it's also because I grew up in Egypt and then I moved when I moved to Russia, I always had a bidet in the house.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
And I like I physically can't shit outside unless it's like an emergency. Like
Yeah. Yeah, 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 yeah. I totally agree. Like, I totally, the last time I shit outside, I shit myself. Like, that's the only reason I would shit outside.
I shat myself one time. I had diarrhea. It's like my first years in Russia and I'm like, I can hold it.
Coffee
And
and cappuccino, huh? Sorry,
exact
eggs and cappuccino.
yes,
Yeah.
exactly. And I
Yeah.
sneezed.
Holy shit.
I couldn't hold it in. So I just shat myself.
The mucus came out from the wrong way.
Exactly. And then I could either hold the shit in or the and I shat my pants. I'm like fuck, but like and like I shat in the worst moment. I was like literally like my house was there and I was literally
Yeah.
here. I was like 5 minutes away from my house and I just
And
shat
that's
myself.
and that's how Omar lost his first date.
Exactly.
No, man, like this thing with I don't get it with the sprinkles, and because more of it, I see a person who enters the toilet, stays there for 50 minutes, comes out, and they're like, "Oh, Abed," and wants to high five me.
Ooh.
I'm like, high five the water tap, please, not me. There,
Ah.
aim there, and when you open the water, the hot water or cold water, open it with your teeth, please.
Mm.
You know?
Also, I don't know. There's a pet peeve is I knew a guy. I don't know if it's my bad luck with him or not. Every time he would come to a place, he would wash his hands, clean guy, and then he would shake my hand, and his hand was always wet. I'm like, do you like wash your hands to say hi to me and like get my hands wet? Like fucking do the wipe the fucking on your hands on your pants or whatever.
Yeah,
That's why I liked having long hair because at one point like my hair was so long like it was like till here,
yeah.
and I would just use it as my fucking towel or whatever.
I mean, when you do this to people,
Exactly. To
come
add to
on,
the
that's
bidet stuff, actually, to add
yeah,
to the bidet stuff, here's the thing. I never Googled to see if it's true or not. I have a feeling I talked about this on the podcast. I never Googled if it's true or not, but what they say is, I think it was even like on South Park or whatever. Maybe it was on South Park.
yeah.
So yeah, probably if it was on South Park, then maybe it's not true. But what they say is, the toilet paper companies made people think that bidets are gay to like
Ooh,
to like fucking use toilet paper, not bidets. Even though bidets are better, they don't give you hemorrhoids or whatever the fuck they're called.
definitely.
And
Like they're better, they're clean, you're clean after it,
exactly,
you know? Yeah, sometimes it looks like you just wet yourself from behind, but it's your clean bleed.
exactly. And also it's because gay people, I'm not sure if it's bidets that they use, but they do you know what douching is?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Exactly, like they douche. And I think bidets kind of they make you pseudo douche or whatever the fuck.
I love the thought. Hey man, if you wipe your butt, your finger went into your butt. Surprise, motherfuckers!
I think you're wiping your butt the wrong way, Abed.
Maybe.
Maybe it's you.
But, but hey man, I want to make sure I'm clean for my next XBF, okay?
Okay.
Oh, but yeah, man, that's a good conspiracy theory actually.
And
Fuck,
I kind
you
of
should
believe in
be
it. I believe in it.
You should be on Joe Rogan.
I should be, man. Yes.
Yeah,
But
fucking
he's
hell.
like, he doesn't want to talk sh toilet humor yet.
Oh man, yeah,
Yeah.
he just wants to talk toilet politics.
Yes.
Yeah, I get it. Yeah,
I
but
it's a hill I'm gonna die on. Bidets should be the norm, I think.
this is not like a hill. Hell. Not only you should have the Palestinian guys protect you because like on that hill because
Exactly.
there's stuff in it's not even a hill to die on. It's like the hill. It's the
Mm-hmm.
mountain.
Exactly. Oh, I'm not sure. Like I think Jews as well. They should
Yeah,
be do
yeah,
bidets.
yeah. Of course.
But a lot of Jews in America, I don't know how many Jews are in America, but no bidets. It's
Well, maybe the really, I don't know about this. Maybe
maybe
like
it's
certain
there.
areas.
Maybe the Jewish neighborhoods have it. But yeah.
No, no, no. Like I know the Jews. Well, actually, some Jews in Russia, like a few friends I had, they didn't use bidets. Yeah, I
Oof.
tell you, like when I first went to Russia, my cousin that I was about to say my cousin at the time, as if he's not
Hmm.
anymore. But my cousin was told me like when I was going to the toilet, he was like, "So, what are you gonna do?" I was like, I'm gonna go take a shit. And he gave me a bottle of water. This is like my first time entering a toilet. Of course, it's how do you call it?
It's like the bottle with the hole, and then you squeeze it.
It's a bottle, a normal bottle, my
Uh,
friend. Not even it was a water bottle. And he gave it to me. It's my first time, and the toilets at that, like in the university, in the dormitory, where what do you call them?
Shared?
Shared. Yes, yes.
Yeah.
So there were shared toilets. Yeah, you share the sound with it with everybody around you, and hope that the person next to you did not forget their phone and they have good music or good podcast running. You're
Mm-mm.
listening to. So I was like, why is the bottle of water? He told me, you will see. So I was like, sure. So I took it. I went to the toilet thing, and there's no water, no bidet, no nothing. I was like, are you serious?
Mm.
This
So
is so much effort.
you didn't even know that
I
other
didn't even
countries.
know.
So it's like a culture shock to you. Like,
Yes, yes,
oh.
especially in Russia, like this. I was like, what? And I remember because I used it like for the longest time. So when I came back to Jordan, I I want to go to the toilet. I take a bottle of water. I
Mm.
fill it. Then I walk to the toilet, and my mother told me, "Why are you going to the toilet with a bottle of water?"
Ah.
At first, she was happy that she thought that I was drinking so much water.
Ah.
Huh? And then she realized I was going to the toilet. I was like, "Why are you going?" She was like, "Why are you going to the toilet with a bottle of water?" And I was like, well, I'm going there for a long time, and the coffee is not ready yet."
Mm-mm.
Yeah. But that was such a cultural, like such a shock to me.
Yeah, yeah, I understand.
Uh, and like that place, I would not shake anybody's hand.
Also, there's
Yeah.
like, oh, people go like, oh, water bottle, like poke a hole in the cap and then you squeeze it and then it's like a
You
fucking
scream, you know what comes up? Like what?
exactly. But also like, you think I'm gonna do like a DIY 5 minute craft just to take a shit? It's like,
And not only that, you know what also? You need to learn gymnastics.
yeah,
You
I
get
agree.
another like that because the water doesn't come out like properly. It just
Exactly.
comes out like really bad, you know?
You wanna
Too
know
weak.
even better than our bidets, the Arab bidets? You've been to a Japanese toilet bidet.
Oh yeah,
Oof.
yeah.
There's
The
like
ones with the one that can talk to you. what do you call it?
I
Listen to your depression and all that. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, like, it has fart noise cancellation and everything, like it's
Man,
sick.
this is something like this is gonna sound very like weird. Uh, like I'm like well, by the time this episode comes out, hopefully, inshallah, I'll be like in Dubai, and I
Mm-hmm.
hope that their toilets don't disappoint.
Oh no, they will not. I think,
Yeah.
if I remember correctly, in the airport they did not disappoint.
Uh-huh.
But yeah, but here's the thing. Shit, I forgot what I wanted. I remember, like, the place we used to perform at when we were in Russia, the bar that
Yeah.
closed. Uh, there was like right next to it. There's a Japanese karaoke place.
Yeah.
As soon as I found out, I'm like, oh my God, like I would go shit there, and
But it's not Japanese, or is it?
they had the Japanese toilets.
Oh, really?
Exactly.
I missed that. Oh my God. Why didn't
It's
you tell me, Billy?
I thought you used toilet paper. I thought you're one of them.
No, I am so far away from them. It's insane. This is a cause of a world war, man.
Yeah.
You know?
But yeah, oh
Fucking
my,
hell. Imagine.
the temperature of the water is good.
Yeah.
Not cold, it's not too hot. Cause I've tried, like, I one time, I went to a place, and the bidet had like a hot and cold thingy. So I'm like, oh, like I had it on hot because I thought I don't want cold water. I don't want my ass to freeze. And the hot water like fucking burned the hole through my fucking asshole. So yeah, yeah.
Um,
Sometimes I had to fucking tamper with the temperature.
yeah, yeah, man.
Yeah.
I like my first boiling water experience in my ass.
Oh, it's
Oh
a
man. Oof,
educational
oof.
podcast.
Oh man. Just bottle of water, proper one, the 1 liter. It's some and here's the thing. For Arabs, we eat like our food when it comes out. It like comes out with a vengeance sometimes.
Mm.
So in Russia, not only needed one bottle of water, I needed like much more.
Mm.
It's like what? And this is why I like Chechen places.
They had bidets.
Yes,
Ooh,
yes.
shout
Not
out.
only they had bidets, I really like. Well, again, this is not all of them.
Oops.
This, this is not all of them, but some of them they had like a whole proper like bathroom, with a bath with everything.
Mm.
And this is why also I really like stand-up, like still stand-up store.
Okay.
You know, there was another place, stand-up club number one when it was proper stand-up club number one.
Uh-huh.
You know, they had everything. They had everything. This I really like.
Yeah.
I could go there, feel I'm the king of my world, and piss off.
Okay.
Oh man. Whew. Okay, that was a lot.
Do we still have more time for peas, or
Oh
we
yeah,
have to
yeah,
wrap
yeah,
up?
yeah. We have. No, no, I think we have. No.
I think so too. I think so, we do. This is another peeve. It's kind of a new kid peeve, but email. Like, why the fuck do companies still use email? First of all, we provide the phone number. You can, like, fucking, I don't know,
Yeah.
iMessage, WhatsApp it, or I don't know, text it to us. You know? I think email is just like an outdated thingy. Nobody checks. And also with email, you open your email, you have like fucking a shit ton of emails from, I don't know, like something you signed up for one time in your life. Oh, you're muted.
Oh, and you know what's so annoying about some emails? When you have friends, and when you have dick friends, they sign up your email.
Oh, that's a fucking amazing.
Yeah,
Yeah,
man.
but then the confirmation code.
I'll tell you. No, this is not about this. This was. about when so I had a friend who bought a lot of clothes.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. And what he did, because they always asked for a phone number or email, whatever, he would put our phone numbers so that he escapes the shit. So he doesn't get, because it was never at that time. I don't know if it still is, uh, but at the time, like whatever a company like sends you the messages or the emails, it's useless.
Mm-hmm.
Like you're not gonna get a promo code, you're not gonna get anything like from it.
Mm-hmm.
And he would put our phones, his friends' phones, and everybody. And there's one time when, like, we're all gathered in one place, about 13 of us, and literally 12 of us, all of our phones ring at the same time,
Mm.
you know? So we all look at this, and it's like a brand, I think a clothing brand. And it's
Mm-hmm.
just like, but we don't go to shop there. And instantly, one of my friends realizes and just looks at him and goes, "You motherfucker."
Mm.
You what the fuck? He goes, yeah, and he's like so proud of it. And then he tells us, don't check your emails.
Mm. Yeah, I think emails like I don't know, it's too old of a
Too
technology.
outdated. Well,
Yeah.
maybe, but the thing is it too old?
I
Is
know
it?
like people say that oh it looks professional. But I just want to know the information. Did I get hired or not or blah, blah, or whatever.
Yeah.
I don't want to check my emails frantically.
Ah, okay. Yeah, 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 yeah.
Like fucking see like no fucking notification that like oh like fucking your boss sent you a message. No, it's just
And
like it just
this,
shows you
this
have
is,
a message. It could be
and
from OnlyFans or from boss.
this is a mild, this is a mild pet, like a mild peeve, which is about signing up for stuff. And when you choose a country, they're like, oh, have all, I don't know how many countries, 200 something countries. They're
Mm-hmm.
like, who's going like from where? Like from freaking like not Siberia, I was about to say from Finland. Who's going to come to Jordan to go to the cinema?
Oh.
You know?
Yeah, yeah, I understand. Yeah, 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 yeah.
Yeah, like what? What the hell? What the fuck is this? Like what? Well, just like it's Jordan. Where am I? What the hell am I going for? Like you gotta also just put the country that we're in at the moment.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But I think it's the template of the website, whatever. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, I agree with you. Yeah, I think like have the country that you're in the moment, and then let's say the guy actually wants to travel to fucking Finland, then have the option to like change the location. But like, yeah,
You know what would be interesting with that? If it's I sometimes think it's like a way to to tell people like, hey, if you cannot fill this part, you shouldn't sign up to this service.
uh-huh.
You know?
Yeah, yeah,
That's just something like in my head, it's like a test. You know? Or now the websites that keep on using, are you a robot?
yeah.
You know?
Especially porn sites. Happened to me a couple of times. You know, like you want to watch, and I'm like, what robot would watch porn?
You know, like what? And even though, let's say it's bots, yeah, they're like against bots. Bots on a porn site is a good thing. That's called engagement. You can show your investors you have
Well,
200,000 people watching
yes.
your shit, although it's fake. And it's like
Also, yeah, I'm pretty sure porn stars don't like engagement. They need to be an open marriage or whatever the fuck it's
this.
called.
This is something like when I find out that the porn star is married and her husband is also a porn star, because this was an episode on House. I don't know if you watched House, and that's another peeve of mine. People who like House, Lucifer, people who like shows that only have one character who's like a genius, but he treats people like shit, and
Oh,
he's
Doctor
smart.
Doctor House,
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
I hate
yeah.
that guy. I don't know. I don't
Man,
like it.
I think for me, these shows are the worst shows ever to be conceived and made and produced or whatever because it's just one guy. You know, it's the whole show you're watching one guy, and he's being an idiot to like he's being a dick to people. If a doctor is like this
Mm-hmm.
in real life, that doctor would be sued for sexual harassment, abuse of power, taking drugs. What do you call it? Like I don't know. Is there like a lawsuit against people treating other people like shit? I don't know.
Nope. Also,
Yeah,
I've seen clips of this house doctor, Doctor House motherfucker.
yeah,
The annoying part is when he's like stating the obvious to a person. Like there's this video where it's like at an airplane. He's talking to the flight attendant, and she goes, he's like, blah blah blah, like his fucking thyroid, blah blah blah, hypo
yeah,
cancer or
yeah,
whatever.
yeah,
And she's like expecting her to know, even though she doesn't have like a fucking medical degree.
yeah.
I'm like, you fucking just tell her, he's dying. Fuck.
Basically, and tell her like you're not a real doctor. That's all. Yeah, I can only deal with special rare case. Like someone once defended. He was like, "This is based on real cases." I was like, "Yeah, 1 in a billion cases. This
Yeah.
is like the whole thing." And they don't justify like how much of a dick he is. Or there's a show called Lucifer. In Lucifer, it's literally one character. You
Mm-hmm.
can ask anybody what's the name of the other characters. They will name you the female character who's just there to make him look less of a dick
Mm.
at the end of the episode. Like it's like I don't know how many. It's like let's say 40 minutes. Let's say 40 minutes. It's 38 minutes of him being a fucking dick to everybody, and 30 seconds of credit, and 1 minute for this female character to talk,
Mm.
and then show him what life is.
It's like the racist guy who goes, I can't be racist, I have a black friend. Basically,
Yes, yes, and people goes, oh my, this is like one of the greatest shows I've ever watched. Like this is one of the worst things I've ever seen in any. And you know what's so when you point that stuff out,
mm-hmm.
they start realizing this stuff, but they don't acknowledge. They're not ready for you to shatter their world or their belief
Yeah,
about
yeah.
that mother flubber. Nice, the cat ate a lot. That's cool.
Nice.
You
Wait.
know? Oh man. And this leads me to my other pet peeve about movies. And those like who have like a character who's like 1 billion years old,
Mm-hmm.
he still makes a mistake that I make.
Is that a movie you're talking about in particular?
This is everything.
Mm.
This is why I like sometimes Lord of the Rings because Gandalf shows that he's I don't know how many thousands of years old. Like you can see that.
Uh-huh.
Dumbledore in Harry Potter, when he speaks, you're like, oh, this character knows a lot. And then they get you character like this guy Lucifer, who's supposed to be the devil, who's supposed to have been alive since the beginning of time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and he's such a fucking idiot.
Now, here's the thingy about Harry Potter. Maybe it's kind of like a
Yeah.
like
Oh,
they're making the remake of Harry Potter.
Black Snape.
I don't care about Black Snape or whatever. I was never a fan of Harry Potter, but I know that people think that movies were good or whatever.
Yeah.
And I'm like, why do we need remakes if you have the original that's already good? I know it's like just money
Yeah.
hunger shit, but like tell like Harry Potter from another guy's perspective,
Yes, I totally agree with you.
or
That
like
is that's awesome. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
or a new Harry Potter, like his kid
Like the
or I don't
game.
know.
The game. I don't know if you know the game,
I know
Hogwarts
the game. I
Legacy.
wanted to play it. I
Like in the game, that's like it's a good game. It's a very good game. But yeah, different perspective, all of that. Yeah, I totally subscribe to that, of course, if it's for free.
it's
But
kind
and
of
I'll use your email. But
yeah. It's because it ruined one of my favorite shows, Avatar: The Last Airbender. They made
yeah,
the live action remake, and I'm like, yeah, like why they didn't add anything new to the story. They ruined the original story. and uh, and then I saw a guy who goes, you know, I would have wanted like Uncle Iroh, one of the characters,
Yeah,
perspective on it, or like a show about him, for example,
yeah,
like before he was a good guy, like, you know, like his journey
yeah.
becoming, and I'm like, that's actually a good idea.
Here's keep the Avatar thing because I want to ask because I know like you're so into it. Uh, I would have guessed that one other show, like one other movie, you would have hated because I know how much you love Dragon Ball,
Ah, the evolutions.
the movie.
Yeah, I saw it when I was a kid, and I was like, what the fuck is this shit?
Imagine,
Oof.
and you want to hear my pet peeve of it? Like people hate when I say this. I was like, oh, the movie wasn't so bad, and man, I can see your eyes.
No, no.
Like,
Here's the thing. Here's the thing. At least the it, it was so. They were like, "Oh, he's a high school student or whatever," which is like, okay, maybe they want to tell a different story. I'm down with that. But then,
hopefully,
like, what? It's was so weird.
yeah,
Uh, I wouldn't
but
have mind. Like, I don't care. Like, oh, that it's a different world or like an
uh,
alternate timeline or whatever, alternate universe.
yeah.
But like the movie itself was shit. Like even if it wasn't like a Dragon Ball movie, you would watch that
Uh,
and be like, "What the fuck
like
is this shit?"
that movie was so bad it ruined the actor who played I think Goku's actor.
Piccolo.
It ruined it. No, Piccolo's actor was already like he was. Well, maybe it actually also ruined his career too, but it ruined the Goku actor's career.
Whoa.
Like just like he doesn't get any movies.
I know like the Piccolo actor. He was a fan of Dragon Ball as far as I understood, and it was like hated the him acting
Yeah.
as Piccolo, and then he goes, he wanted like to kind of correct his mistake, so he voiced a character in
Mm.
the Super show, the
Yeah.
Super anime for free.
Yeah. Oh, that's cool of him. And
Yeah.
now he go back to the Avatar thing. Uh, when they made like they made the remake, so you had the original creator, or is it creators?
It's creators, yeah.
Yeah. So were the original creators consulted, or like were they in this, or they weren't?
It was they were at one point they're like they marketed it as like, oh, the creators are on board with us, they're helping us
Yeah.
thingy, but then like they had like, what do you call it, like the creators
Fall
conflicts.
out, falling.
Yeah, yeah, but
Creative writing. Okay, yeah, yeah, yeah.
yeah, yeah, it's like,
Differences. Yeah, yeah.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah, and the creators left,
Ah,
and I'm like, why
okay.
the fuck would the creator, why doesn't no the other
Yeah,
cunts leave?
yeah. Oh, there's no way because
But
one part wants to stick to the story, one part wants to make it maybe more progressive or whatever, and they
like I
don't
don't
want to
mind more
do.
progressive, but also like in my head, like a remake is like a 1-to-1 at least.
Yeah,
But why would you want that? Like
yeah,
I would say maybe let's say that a remaster with better graphics or not graphics, what do you call
yeah.
it?
Animation
Animations,
or
yeah. I would understand that like, okay, so like the newer generation would have something, but it's
you
the
know,
animation is fine of the show, so it's like I don't know.
yeah. You know what's because this is like what people were afraid for the One Piece live action, but the creator Oda Ichiro Oda, like he was heavily involved in the creating process.
Hmm.
You know it's not one to one, but it was like it was good. And the director was like, I think he was. I'm not sure if he was a fan or whatever, but like he did a good job. But now
Uh-huh.
that I think he left, so now people are going, oh shit, what's
This is
gonna
bad.
happen now?
This is
Yeah,
bad.
yeah, yeah. This is
Uh,
what's gonna happen now to it. Yeah,
what the fuck, I wanted to say something. Yeah, the I think when creating something with like the One Piece, no matter like let's say it's two parties or whatever
yeah.
creating it, I think that the owner like Oda should have like the last say.
Creative, yeah, yeah. Creative.
Because
What do you call it?
you're
Freedom. Like with it.
exactly,
Yeah,
you're
yeah, yeah,
fucking
yeah.
with his work.
Yes, yes, yes.
Like you
But
can,
at the same time,
it's
money.
like also like it's a kind of giving a comedian a punchline. You're
Yeah.
like, hey man, I have this idea for you. The comedian has he goes, I like it, or nah, let me stick to what I'm doing.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
I think
Oh,
it's the best comparison.
oh
Anyways,
man,
you,
it's
you think we
super.
should wrap up, or is there stuff you
Wait, I'm gonna check if I have here before. Oh, here's a pet peeve, which kind of like pisses me off when
Okay.
someone tells me you look tired,
Mm.
and I'm like, fuck off.
But are you
I
tired?
came I came here not for you to tell me that I am tired. I came here just like to untire myself, not to be reminded that I'm tired, you know?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Like, no, no, this is not a good conversation starter with a friend, loved one, or whatever. Just let's talk about whatever. Like, I don't know if you have this pet peeve. It's like I make jokes about it. Like I have a short bit about it. It's when your friend asks you for something or asks you an advice and they already have in their head.
It's so
Uh,
annoying.
yeah,
It's
right.
like he wants to hear his
Yes, yes.
thoughts told by
Yeah,
you.
they want to hear you confirming whatever they have in their head.
Exactly. Oh, it's so annoying.
And even if you give them so your confirmation doesn't mean shit to them, but a confirmation of someone who's has more authority or what do you call it? Has more authority or a famous person, they would take it and but you just gave the same confirmation.
Mm-hmm.
I like this. There was a movie by Jim Carrey. It's called Yes Man. Yeah, and
Mm-hmm.
his friend, the whole like movie, his friend tells him like you can say no. And Jim Carrey is like, no, I have to say yes, which is ironic. But and then someone famous goes to him, oh, you can say no some of the time. And then Jim Carrey goes, oh, and his friend is sitting right next to him going, what?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
so
yeah.
annoying. But how would you deal with this? Do you have a way to deal with it? Like when
The
when you know that your that friend is asking you for something and they already made their thought about it.
nah, here's here's the one I hate even more. It's kind of the same, but they have their opinion. You tell them your opinion. They're different. Then he tells you his opinion. Then you tell him why his opinion might be wrong. And he goes, "Nah, fuck you." He fucking does whatever he wants, eats shit, and
And
then
then comes back to you and tells you you were right.
never happened to me that you were
Never
right.
happened to you? Oh
No.
man, wait for it. Wait,
Ex
it will it man, we're gonna have like more pet peeves
yeah.
because this happens to me a lot when people come to me, and say, oh, you were right. I was like, whatever. What like I don't mind someone in their 20s or even like let's say beginning 30s, yeah, make a mistake. Yes, it's amazing. Christopher Titus had an insanely good joke, which is give gun like if you want to give guns sorry like if you want yeah to buy a gun there
Uh-huh.
should be a question of are you like what's your age if you're over 30 you shouldn't buy a gun
Uh-huh.
because you have some damage
Mm.
you know like you've been through a lot and if you're over 30 you want to kill a few people
Mm-hmm.
so like even less than 30 you shouldn't get a gun over 30 you shouldn't get a gun you know
Okay. Yeah, 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 yeah,
yeah. And it's such a funny thing. It's like, yeah, like I'm like make I always say like make mistakes until you're 30 or beginning 30s. It's fine. It's something you will go through. But after 30, if you're gonna repeat the mistake you made, then you're a fucking idiot. Well, sometimes, of course. Depends circumstance.
Here's not it's not really a pet peeve. It's kind of
Yeah.
the I was talking to like a friend of mine, American, and she goes, "Oh, like I was talking about hitting the kids." And I'm like, I always hear about like the child protective services. Let's say I'm hitting the kid because he did something wrong. Would the CPS be called on me. And she goes, well, you can't hit him, like with a belt, which I know like kind of mostly every Arab's been through this. You need to spank him.
Yeah, what's like?
And I'm like, I don't know, it's so weird in my opinion.
Okay,
Again,
Here's the thing.
uh-huh.
You can use me because my hand is like I'm thin, and my hand is like a belt.
Yeah.
So if it's belt, like if it's spank like, so that spank will be a belt hit.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. But here's the thing. I think here's my reasoning on why I think uh beating your kids when they do something wrong, obviously not like I'm an alcoholic, I want to beat someone and my wife
Yeah,
is already passed out. You know, I need I have some anger. Like uh when they do something wrong, I think beating them is like it teaches them, oh fuck, stuff has consequences because like I'm super against not hitting your kids, just talking to them because
yeah,
I think those kids who commit the stupid crimes like I would fucking shove a old lady because I want to, and then he go because my kid, like I don't know, like goes, I don't know, like fucking throws beer bottles at cars and I hit him, he's gonna, oh okay, it's wrong or whatever. If he
yeah.
continues and then like in his 20s he throws a beer bottle at a car crashes, he goes to prison. And I think if I hit him, I would have prevented prison. So hit your kids so they don't go to prison. That's my
I like how
advice.
you're like so ahead of your time. Like you
Yeah.
look to the future, but I don't know. I don't subscribe to the hitting the kids. I don't
I
subscribe to that.
fucking remember the peeve you fucking idiot used to say. I it's one of the I
Did you just tell me a fucking idiot
I'm sorry,
on
man,
live television? No, I'm joking. Yeah,
but
yeah.
I remember you one thing you told me was oh, like I like how you give people kids advice even though you don't have kids.
Oh yeah,
And I I really think it's just because I don't think having kids is what determines if you can be a good parent or not. Like
yeah,
it's your
but that's
experience.
not the point of it. Okay,
No, but
okay.
oh wait, what was your point then?
That's not the point of it. Like you just said, a good parent. Like you don't need a kid to have a good parent. But that's at the same time, like my point of it is like because you don't have kids, you don't know how it is because a kid will fucking try your patience.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah,
and they
but
will
this is
exhaust you.
that's why you hit him.
Well, that's a very not sound logic, but I will
Okay,
not
sorry.
subscribe to it
No,
anyway.
no, no, but my idea
But
was
I like, okay, okay, yeah, yeah,
wait, fuck. It's like you're telling, but in my head, it's like, oh no, you could maybe someone else then said it because I remember
yeah. No,
someone.
it's probably me. It's probably
Uh,
because I don't have kids and I always try to tell people what to do. So it's probably
it's
me. Yeah,
it's the idea with the you can't tell people how to raise their kids without
your
having
kids.
kids
Yeah,
because they know more about raising kids than you do.
yes.
My peeve is if you just because you have a kid doesn't mean you know how to raise a kid better than the one who doesn't have a kid. Because it's not about having a kid. Like
Okay.
you don't like a kid doesn't come out of your pussy and then you become an expert on raising kids. It's your life experience.
You actually do because listen, here's the thing. When a kid comes out, yeah, when your little spermatozoid or whatever it's called becomes a little shitling, yeah,
Hmm.
that's an automatic. Listen, man, that's an automatic what? 100,000 to $200,000 until they're 18, if
Yeah,
not more.
yeah.
You know, you get what I'm saying. That's like a lot of responsibility for it,
It is. It is.
a lot. And for someone who is not in that responsibility, who does not wake up and go, I need to feed and this is weird. It's coming from me, someone who doesn't have kids. But yeah, and like you wake up in the morning and go, oh, I have my mouth and another mouth to feed, or two more mouths, or three or four, whatever. You're gonna look at the world differently, you know,
Yeah, yeah, but you can
much more differently because
still
you're freer than
ex
them.
exactly, but you still know how to raise a kid without having a
Here's the thing,
kid.
man. How? Because a kid, man, here's the thing. You, when you have a kid, you have automatically not a nervous, an anger button that's always pushed on. You get what I'm saying?
Hmm. I don't know. I
And
don't
you have to
subscribe to this.
you have to manage that anger because
But
why you have to manage it? Because people know it exists
but
and
you
you
took
cannot make it
care
disappear.
you took care of other people's kids, your cousins, for
Yes.
example. So you know what your buttons being pushed is like
What I know, here's the thing. But you're not there 100% of the
24/7.
time. Yes,
Exactly.
you're a Santa Claus basically.
Yes.
You're there for 2 hours, so you know how to raise them for 2 hours.
Exactly, but
You gotta,
you still went through the experience of a kid. You like saw what your parents did. You you know, okay.
that's a bit different. Is telling from your experience, like this thing that you're telling from your experience, like you're saying your experience. You're not telling them what to do.
Okay, like here's my idea. It's like let's say your parents didn't get you a laptop till you were 17 or whatever.
Okay.
Now you can't use Google properly. So when you tell a person
Okay.
like, "Hey, kids need computers at a young age,
Yeah.
and you need to like monitor how they use it properly, obviously, but for them to learn like computer skills because it's a useful thing."
Yeah.
And then someone goes, how do you know that you don't have kids?"
But
Like,
here's the thing. That's not. I get what you're saying, and it's very funny. But it's not the same as what I'm saying because raising kids is different than this. This is more of, hey, this is more knowledge for your kid to acquire. And it's not teach you get what I'm
I
saying?
guess that's my peeve. Is like when you tell
Yeah.
them, "Hey, do the blah 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 blah," and they tell you,
Yeah,
"But
this
how
will
do
get
you?"
them more knowledge.
Yeah, how would you know you don't
Yeah.
have kids? That's my peeve.
Yes.
I
No,
think,
this one I agree with, but like
ah,
this one I like I agree with like, hey, this is but like this is increases their knowledge or their life how do you call it?
experience or whatever.
Experience, yes, 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 life experience. Like because I used to tell my sister how to raise her kids, and my sister's answer was, "Go f yourself," you
Mm.
know, like go f yourself, yeah.
Yes.
At the same time, you would tell like, "Hey, this is good for them, because of something, because it will increase their knowledge or whatever." Like as we like reiterate this shit. But yeah, like there's one thing of because it's kind of like what I look at it in a different way is raising the it's a different like for me the word raising kids has many different branches, let's say. Your branch I totally agree with, you
Mm.
know like, hey, teach them how to do their taxes when they're 10.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
you know Mathematics is bad for you and all that stuff.
Yeah,
you
yeah, yeah.
know
Anyways,
but
on
yeah.
this note,
Look, I had another peeve which I forgot within. This is also something it's a pet peeve about me
okay.
forgetting a lot of stuff. Not
Oof.
like I lose my train of thought really quick, and I need someone to solve it for me.
Well,
I need an assistant to remind me of what I was thinking of. Oh, here's another pet peeve. Final one, maybe.
okay.
Not sure. It depends. People who think they can read your mind, that's one thing, and people who expect you to read their mind,
Girlfriends, you mean?
basically.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I the mind reader stuff, yeah, I'm like I don't know, I hate it. It's like tell me what you want. Uh
Yeah.
uh
Why do you have to go through this snakes and ladder board game
I think
that I
also
have to hit, 6 6 so that I realize where you are right now. Yeah.
maybe here's my thought. I think I'm not a woman obviously yet, so I don't know, but here's maybe a reasoning we can all take to bed tonight. Uh, m- Maybe a girlfriend would want you to like guess what she wants, because that would show her that you know her well.
Oh, yes,
Maybe,
yes.
maybe.
I totally, this like it's something that it shows. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I
This
think
is I agree with.
that's
Like
the only.
they need you to read their minds, and they need you to write everything, every anniversary, what they wore. Uh, I don't know, 7 months before you guys met or whatever. You
Mm-hmm.
know. But here's the thing: the only solution for this, which I think is just be understanding. That's all. But no, you. And the thing is if they make mistakes, you have to forgive them. If you make mistakes, you're fucked.
Also, it's easier I guess to read the guy's mind because like a guy's stressed, you're like, oh, he needs a blowjob. Like a girl's stressed. She 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 doesn't need
Well,
to give you a
she.
blowjob right now. You know, like she probably needs something else. You know, but yeah,
Oh no, man. Pussy licking is the best. Anyways,
you
and on
heard it
that
here,
note,
people.
yes, you heard it here. Keep it in your minds. Put it on your Facebook profile.
Anyways,
Omar said it.
I think we have to wrap up with today's episode.
Yeah,
Thank you guys for listening. Please, obviously, like always, like, subscribe.
and write your pet peeves in the comments.
Oh, that would
And
be maybe if we
yeah,
do a part two, we might read or take steal your peeves or
yes.
whatever. Yeah,
Or we're gonna write our own other pet peeves in the comments, and we're gonna read them
yeah.
for you in
Piggyback
part two.
on your piece. Yeah.
Yes,
Thank like subscribe blah blah blah. Everything is down in the description like always.
yes.
Peace.
Peace.